Bo here from TBT Fitness. I've just put together a short video for you today for anybody that has perhaps had a baby recently that might be suffering with lower back pain, slightly tight hips, that kind of thing. 4 or 5 minutes a day will really prevent any further problems occurring, and it will give you some nice relief. So just watch what I'm going to do and then try it at home. Okay? Okay ladies, so the first one that we're going to start with is it's quite an easy stretch, and it can be done again if you are particularly tight at the moment. It's a good place to start. All we're going to look to do is stretch out the hip flexors at the front here and loosen off the quads a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to take this box that we've got in the gym. You can use a chair at home or a table. Whatever is around the same height as your hips is a good place to start. It can be a little lower, and if it's a little taller, you can always put something on the floor to stand on just to make it a little bit easier. Quite simply, all I'm going to do at this stage is put one foot up onto the box like this. Okay, try and keep your hips straight and your knees together. Look forward, keep your chest up, and then all I'm going to do, etch my left foot out slightly and sit down into that stretch. Okay, this is comfortable. This can be done with you holding your foot behind you, but it's much easier like this. All you have to do is concentrate on keeping your posture straight, keep your chest up, and as you can, just sit down a little bit further into this stretch. Now, most stretches need to be held for about 60 seconds at a time. I'm not going to do that for the purpose of this video because I want to go through the stretches with you quickly so it doesn't take up your whole day to watch this video. But hold it for at least a minute. Get a little stopwatch or a clock to look at. If you hold it for a minute, you're going to lengthen it slightly and you're going to improve your hips and improve your pain. Okay, so once I've done that one, I'm just going to switch legs. Pop the other foot up onto the box. Same rules. Keep your hips nice and straight, keep your knees together, and sink down as low as you can into that stretch. I'm feeling a stretch now just from the middle of my abs all the way down to the middle of my quad. And just hold that again for 60 seconds. Okay guys, so the next stretch I'm going to show you quickly, particularly going to be targeting the hips and the glute area. Again, remember all this stuff is connected, alright? So for us to target a particular pain somewhere, we need to lengthen and loosen off everything around that bit. Alright, so I'm going to show you this again on the box. Again, you can use a table for this. I am going to show you a different version of this on the floor, which will be a better stretch for you long term, but this is a great place to start because it's easier to do. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rest on the box or the table, and I'm going to put my leg up onto the box. Okay? Now initially this can be a bit tight depending on how stiff you are. Alright, but I'm looking to lay my shin flat onto the box. Okay? And in doing so, I'm going to have to push my back leg back, okay, and sink my chest rather, over my leg onto the box. Okay? So the closer that I get my chest to the box now, the more of a stretch and the more of a release I'm getting in this area. Okay? Take nice deep breaths while you're doing these stretches. And just lower yourself down progressively as low as you can go without the pain being too much. Again, hold it for 60 seconds. Once you've done the one leg, all you're going to do, lean back off the box, give that leg a little shake off, and you're going to switch feet. So I'm putting this foot up on the box now. I'm looking to get this shin flat on the box. To make that easier, I'm going to put my right leg back a little bit, hold the box or the table, and then I'm going to lower my chest to my leg. This is a mega stretch. It is painful. You will feel it straight away. And if this is the first time you're trying this and you've got tight hips, you may not get this close to the box, but just try. You know, your chest might be up here, for example, when you're starting off. That's absolutely fine. As long as you're feeling it in your hip and your glute, you're doing the right thing. 60 seconds on that leg, okay? Okay, so following the suit of this video then, what I'm going to show you real quick now is just a very simple lower back stretch and a hamstring stretch. Bearing in mind that everything is connected, so you know, if you have recently had a baby and you're suffering a little bit with your hips, you'll definitely be suffering with your lower back. Our cores get heavily stretched during pregnancy, so you know, this is part of the process of building it all back up again. You've probably seen this one before, but I'll just demonstrate it quickly. All I want you to do is open up your feet reasonably wide, okay? Lock your knees out and very slowly and gently hang over. Just drop in front of yourself. All I want you to do is take it to the point where it's quite tight and just hang there. Just take some nice deep breaths and relax. What tends to happen, the longer we stand in the stretch and the more that we take breath in and out, the longer we can go into the stretch. So you'll get lower and lower down every single time you try it. So all I want you to do quite simply is go over, give it 30-40 seconds, come back up really slowly and repeat that 2 or 3 times, okay? The next thing I want you to do after you've done that lower back stretch is stretch out your hamstring slightly. So for example now, I'm going to come back to the box, okay? Again, you can use a chair, a table, anything at all that's a little bit lower. And all I'm going to do quite simply is put one foot up onto the box, lock my knee down, okay? Keep my hips nice and straight as we said before, and I'm just going to follow my leg down until I can feel a real pull in the back of my hamstring there. Alright? Again, 60 seconds each leg, okay? This is just going to prepare us for the floor stretches that we're going to be doing in a moment. Just change legs when you're ready. Okay, repeat that on a couple of legs each time, so repeat it twice per leg, okay? Between that and the lower back stretch, your posterior chain is going to be nicely loosened off, ready for what's about to come. Okay, we're just going to bring this video to a short end now with our final 2 stretches. These 2 stretches I feel are probably the most beneficial to you, again if you're looking to rebuild your core and loosen off your hips and your lower back. Now we did a stretch a moment ago on the box where we put our leg up on top of the box and we lay our shin flat across it. This is just a different version of that stretch, and if you found that stretch particularly difficult, what I would recommend you do is stick with that stretch for at least the next 2 weeks, just to loosen off your hips and your glutes and then progress on to this. If you found it reasonably okay, this is definitely the next stage, okay? All I want you to do is put that leg forward as if it were on the box. This leg here needs to be as flat as possible, okay? And you need to straighten your back leg out. So you need to really push it out as far as it will go and lay it as flat to the floor as possible. All I'm now going to do at this stage is relax over my leg and try and push my chest to the floor. Okay, as we've said throughout the video, 60 seconds is the minimum time that you want to be holding this stretch for. You will feel a big pull across your hip and your glute area here. It really is doing you some good, so try and bear with it, okay? 60 seconds each side. From here though, what I want you to do is I want you to take this leg, the leg that's in front of you, and I want you to put it back onto its knee and come up onto the opposite leg. So this was the leg that was just in front of me, it's now behind me on my knee. And I'm just going to push it back slightly. This leg here, I'm going to lean onto. You don't want to put too much pressure onto your knee, and you want to keep your posture up and straight. Keep your hips nice and straight, and you're going to feel an extra stretch here on the hip flexor. Again, hold it for 60 seconds. When you've done your 60 seconds, the leg that is now in front of you is the leg that is going to be laid down on the mat, okay? You always have a tighter side as well, so if there's one side that you find particularly difficult to get down, don't worry, that's normal. Again, keep your leg nice and straight onto the mat and lower your chest. We need to hold this move again for a further 60 seconds. Keep this back leg out nice and straight. When your 60 seconds is up, we're going to take this leg that's in front and we're going to put it back up on its knee and come forward on the opposite leg, just as we've done before. And then all we're going to do from this stage is lean forward onto that knee, which again is going to stretch out our back hip. Hold it for a further 60 seconds. And that's it, guys. So I recommend trying these stretches every day, really. 5 or 6 minutes a day. That's all it takes to lengthen these muscles and to give you some release. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video that we've done for you today. It's just a small section covered really, just to try and provide you with some relief and to push you guys forward in terms of strengthening your core and your lower back. One thing I hear all the time in the gym is women post-pregnancy suffering with lower back problems and hip problems, and this really can make a difference. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. Please try it every day. Only needs to take 5 or 6 minutes out of your day just for you to feel better. Any questions or any problems with anything, you need any help with it, drop us an email or join our private Facebook group, which is for women only who are looking to get trim and do it in the safest way possible. Thank you.